Yo, what's going on, you guys? Welcome to the video for Zenless Zone Zero. My name is Ventus SGN. In this Zenless Zone Zero video guide, I'm going to give you a starter strategy guide for Anby. Anby is a free-to-play character and honestly one of the best A-rank characters there are currently in the game. She's fast, easy to use, and most importantly, extremely fun to use. In this video guide, I'm going to give you a few teams that she works well with, what disk drive sets to give her, and W engines that complement her playstyle. Now, really quickly, before I get into all that, if you're new here and you like Zenless Zone Zero, be sure to subscribe to the channel with all notifications turned on and like the video. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you. Alright, so I'm pretty much a free-to-player at the moment. I haven't spent any extra money to summon on characters, but I do have a lot, not all, but a lot. With that being said, here are a few teams that I have that Anby works well with. Coming in number 3, it has to be the basic free-to-play set of the Cunning Hairs team with Anby, Nicole, and Billy with the Electraboo Bang Boo to complement Anby's electric damage. Now, because they're all on the same faction, the Cunning Hairs, they all get bonus abilities in combat instances. Anby gets her parallel connection. When her dodge counter hits an enemy, she gets an extra 7.2 energy, and she can trigger that every 5 seconds. Billy on this team gets his Starlight, or Team Starlight is what it's called. After Billy uses a chain attack, the damage of his next ultimate is increased by 50%, stacking up to 2 times. And then finally we've got Nicole. She gets Hair of Many Burrows. When her core passive Mechanical Case applies a debuff to an enemy, all squad members deal 25% more ether damage for 3.5 seconds. Now obviously this only applies to her because she's the only one on this team that does ether damage. On this team, Anby is the only melee DPS, and her job is to be the main on-field damage dealer, swapping in and out with Nicole and Billy frequently after they are tagged in to use their abilities only. She's the only stun character on this team, so attack with her as often as possible to build up daze and enemies. Using her EX abilities greatly modifies her stun abilities, so be sure to use them every single time. Another perfect Anby team is a full electric team, adding Grace and Anton to her party. Because they're all electric types, they each get their additional ability. Grace gets Tech Support Department. It says when she hits an enemy with an EX attack, the next shock effect inflicted on the target increases shock damage by 18%. This can stack up to 2 times, and each enemy can trigger it once per use. And then we've got Anton. He gets his skill called Teamwork, where when he enters his burst mode, for every 4 critical hits, he gets the next attack hitting shocked enemies, triggers an additional bout of shock damage at 45% of the original damage. He can trigger this once every 0.5 seconds. And then, of course, Anby gets her parallel connection. Now, on this team, Anby's role of on-field DPS is sort of shared by Anton, who specializes in piercing damage. Anby also has a pretty cool juggle that she can do with Grace on this team. When you use Anby's EX ability that launches enemies into the air, swap Grace in while they're airborne and do her basic attack combo, then before they fall to the ground, switch Anby back in to keep them juggled using her basic attack back into her launcher and then back again into Grace. It's actually really fun. This team is a pure electric team, so use as many electric EX attacks as possible with each team member to quickly accumulate electric anomaly buildup to trigger up the shock effect on your target. Shock causes the target to intermittently suffer additional electric damage for a period of time, so basically you give them an electric DOT damage over time. Grace is especially good at this because she is an anomaly type, which means she actually specializes in building up shock on her enemies. And one final team I'll show you before I move on to Anby's gear and stuff is Anby, Anton, and Ben. Now, Ben is the large bear-looking guy who's basically a fire tank or a defense character. Now, what's cool about Ben is that his passive is to give team members a shield to protect their HP. Whenever you use Ben's EX skill, he grants a shield to team members that is scaled off of his defense score. So whenever you equip Ben, make sure to boost his defense as much as possible so that your team can get the best shields available. Alright, so when it comes to Anby's gear, first let's talk about her options for W engines. W engines serve as weapons for this game. The better the W engine, the harder your character hits, and they also enjoy the benefits of the W engine because each comes with a unique ability for the user. The one I have on my Anby right now is the one that was actually meant for her. It's an A-ranked engine called Demera Battery. Along with improving base attack and impact, it also has the ability called Flash of Light that increases electric damage by 17.5%. When the equipper hits an enemy with a dodge counter or an attack assist, their energy regeneration rate is increased by 20.5%. The percentage values I have for this particular engine are enhanced because I was lucky enough to pull 2 of these, so I was able to upgrade it 1 time. Impact is actually a really important stat for Anby because it controls how well a character can daze a target, which is where stun characters excel. When your character hits enemies, it increases their daze, and Impact influences the rate at which daze accumulates. Now, if you aren't lucky enough to pull a Demera battery for your Anby, a B-ranked engine that's really good for her is the Vortex Arrow. It comes with an advanced stat for Impact, and it allows the equipper to inflict more daze on their main target. The next best engine after that would be the Vortex Hatchet. It comes with energy regen as the advanced stat, and switching to the equipper raises their impact by a certain percentage for 10 seconds. For Anby's drive disc sets, there are a couple of different options that seem the best for right now, and the one that I use is a 4-piece Shockstar Disco and a 2-piece Thunder Metal. Both of these disc drive sets can be acquired from the same routine cleanup mission called Hunter and Hound. The Shockstar Disco 2-piece set increases impact by 6%, and the 4-piece set inflicts 20% more daze with basic attacks, dash attacks, and dodge counters. The Thunder Metal 2-piece set increases electric damage by 10%, and the 4-piece set increases the equipper's attack by 28% on all shock targets. Alternately, you could decide to go with a 4-piece Thunder Metal set and then a 2-piece Shockstar, or you can skip the Thunder set altogether and use the Swing Jazz Energy Regen set from the Monster and Weirdo routine cleanup so that she can use her EX and ultimate attacks more often. The Swing Jazz 2-piece set increases energy regen by 20%, and the 4-piece set increases all squad members' damage by 15% whenever the equipped character launches a chain attack or an ultimate attack. Alright guys, and that's going to be it for this guide. If you found it helpful at all, please don't leave without leaving a like, and for more, head to my channel and check out my other videos for Zenless Zone Zero. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Peace out.
Maneuver. Initial impulse. Yeah. Its main control system's damaged. Now's the time. Betty, give me the control panel.
What? Here.
Cut autonomous order percentage. Switch permissions to G44. Ceasefire control radar module. Change power distribution to manual. Restart energy pump. Too slow.
Its logic core is out of control. We won't make it.
Is the soft reboot button in the middle of its frame?
Yeah. Wait, you want to try a manual reboot? Are you out of your mind?
Isolate and disable weapons.
It's done. Huh?
Right here.
Oh dear. What?
What a good kid. Welcome back.